Hey guys, it's Andy Fogarty from the AtHomeWelder.com, and I'm here for KingMetals.com, and today we're going to go over what the heck is weld porosity, why it is really bad for you, and two simple and most common ways for you to avoid it. So weld porosity is anytime you have any little pinholes or cavities in or on top of your weld. Now you have two different types of weld porosity. You have the surface porosity and you have subsurface porosity. Now surface porosity is just like it sounds. It's on top. You can see it pretty easily, little craters and holes in your weld. Very easy to spot. Now subsurface porosity is very dangerous because it is not easily seen by the naked eye. This is stuff you usually have to have x-rays and things like that to find. And what this is pinholes or craters inside of the weld. And that's very dangerous, as you can imagine, because it takes away from the structural integrity of the weld. It takes away from the strength. And these are the welds that could fail over time under any kind of pressure. Subsurface porosity is a little scary because it's not visible to the naked eye and you don't really know if it's there. So the only way to really reassure yourself that you're not having bad welds is one, practice, but two, is clean your surfaces before you weld. Now this is how we're going to avoid 95% of any kind of weld porosity, and that is just making sure that you have very clean material when you start, and just removing any kind of dirt or excess oils or water, liquids, anything like that from the surface. Now the second way to control porosity and have great welds is to control your gas flow. Make sure you have the correct amount of gas flowing through your regulator to get to that arc. Now of course if you have not enough gas, you're going to have the spits and spatters and it's going to be bubbling. You're definitely going to be able to see that surface porosity. Now if you have too much, you can also have weld porosity as well because you have too much force coming out of the gun. It's just too much. You want to have that sweet spot. Now the question is, how do you know how much gas to use, especially when you're using different types of wire, different types of gases for different types of materials? Now the easiest way for you to know is just look it up. Almost every single welder that you're going to be using, and MIG welders especially, they're going to have the right amount of gas flow on the welders themselves. Now Miller is fantastic about this, so is Lincoln and Hobart, and honestly just about every welder I've ever used has a great chart on the machine itself, usually underneath the little door panel for the wire. So how do you fix weld porosity? Well, once you already have it on there, really the only thing you can do is grind it off and start over again. Welding over top of it is not going to fix the problem. Now, of course, if you're just doing some ornamental stuff and just to make pretty art projects and things like that, you can just maybe weld over the surface of it if you want, that's okay. But anything structural, anything that's going to be bearing any kind of pressure or weight, you're going to want to grind those off and just start from scratch. It's the only way to get rid of that porosity in a safe way. Alright, so that's it. That's weld porosity. That's what it is and why it's dangerous and how you can avoid it and even fix it if you already have it on some of your projects. Now if you found this welding quick tip useful, come on over to the AtHomeWelder.com and sign up to join the community. We're going to give you more weekly tips like this to keep your welding projects clean and looking good. And also we're going to give you time-saving tips, money-saving tips, great stuff like that. And if you're interested in making money from welding on the side, well, we're even going to teach you some great stuff about that too. So that's it for now. I'm Andy Fogarty for the AtHomeWelder.com and for KingMetals.com, and I'll see you again next time.